So let's talk about Monarch first.
Okay.
So this one was episode 5 for Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. So I have some thoughts on this one, but do you want to give your score first, and then I'll give mine, and then we'll talk about it?
Okay. So to be honest, I would kind of group this one with last week's in the sense of like style.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it more than last week's.
Okay.
I'll probably give this one a 7 out of 10. I like this one more than the snow one, and I gave the snow one a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Some aspects I like, some I didn't, but yeah, we can get into that later. So
Yeah.
I'll do a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I think I can't remember exactly what I gave last week. I think I gave last week a 6, and like you said, this felt to me very similar to last week's. I think I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 as well.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
still definitely not my favorite episodes. I'm hoping they'll pick up a little bit. Still entertaining. I liked some things they didn't like some other things, like you said. So, but yeah, we'll get into spoilers now. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. And so this has been your spoiler warning.
All right. Okay. So things I did like. I love seeing San Francisco kind of like an apocalyptic feel.
Yep, for sure.
I thought that was really cool, and I kind of like the idea of having to sneak in there and their soldiers are get out of there, they'll shoot you. Like I like that aspect of it.
Yep, me too.
Now what I didn't care for is hold on, I'm thinking back on it. I don't know how I felt about. So first of all, his office is still intact, which they
Yeah.
even kind of made a joke about that. What if
Lucky.
you open it and
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about, and this happens with every kind of treasure hunting movie where it's like some crazy coincidence or they use lighting to find specific spots and this and that.
Oh my god, that part annoyed the crap out of me.
Yeah,
It's like
but it happens in every treasure thing.
Yeah. So he puts the freaking paper up to the window, and it just so happens that the window is the exact distance away and the sun is in the exact right position to go directly on the map where he needs it to. Yeah, right. But yeah, that's kind of nitpicky. But yeah, that's like, that annoyed me.
And then also, I thought they kind of like, as cool as it was to see San Francisco, they kind of did like a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah.
Just wandering through the tunnels, like follow the cats out of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Oh, more guards found us. Go over here, and they kept kind of getting like, oh, there's other people in the tunnel that they got away because of that, or oh, let's act like they hear the cats.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you can keep going. You can keep going. I'll bring it up later.
And then I was just gonna say, and I still, even after this episode, and trying to understand her more, there's still something about Kate, or is that the main girl's name?
Yeah.
I'm just not a fan of. And also the what's the friend's name?
May.
Or the girlfriend's name? And May, the last couple episodes, she's just kind of been annoying me.
Yeah.
And now she's like the end, where she's like, oh, I'll do anything to get home. Like, girl.
Yeah.
Like, I liked you at first in these last couple episodes, my lord.
Yep, I'm feeling the same way.
I feel like the characters are regressing for me, except for what's his name? I can't remember their names right
Kentaro.
Yeah, except for him. And also
and Shaw was fine.
Shaw had really nothing to do with in this episode, though, really.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, that's kind of my initial thoughts. What about you?
Yeah, I definitely agree. Seeing San Francisco after G-Day or after the fight with the Muto, I thought that was really cool, really good idea. Some of the things they did while like searching around, like starting to sing when there's like guards everywhere, which I get is like trying to lighten the mood and show that Kentaro's trying to help, but like not the time. And also just having their flashlights on at night when people are looking for you, it's like what the heck?
The flashlight.
Yeah. So that was kind of silly. I thought The best part about Kate is her PTSD and dealing with that, and I think the actress does a really good job of like showing her PTSD, and it's written
Mhm.
well. But I agree with you. I feel like these last two episodes just make me not like the characters as much. I feel like I gave them a shot. Like, okay, I think they could get better. These could be good characters, but like this episode, I was like, Kate is kind of awful. She's like the same as her dad cheating on her girlfriend or whatever, and May is
Mhm.
now backstabbing them,
Yeah,
and like it's just like
literally, that's right. The whole flashbacks, yeah.
yeah. And so I was like, are we supposed to like these characters? Are they supposed to get better? Like, I don't know. It just I
Like
feel like I was giving them the benefit of the doubt, and then that's just like been taken away and taken away and taken
that was
away.
that was an odd storyline because she's already has something to feel bad about. Why do they have to add something else to that? Like as far as the cheating, like she already felt
Yeah.
bad about her kids dying. She
Yeah.
has PTSD with Godzilla. Why are they adding? Oh, now I feel bad about I cheated on my girlfriend and I don't know where she is or whatever. I
Yeah,
don't know. It was
and she's
odd.
hypocritical because she's like the one most pissed off that her dad had a
Yeah,
secret family, but she
you're
was like
cheating.
doing the same
Mhm.
stuff. Yeah.
It's like, you're right. Yeah,
So like
odd
I thought
choice
the
of yeah.
episode was fine. It kind of felt like a filler episode. There were some cool things, but just like what they're doing overall with the characters makes me a little worried going forward. But you know, I do think Kentaro got better in the last episode. He didn't have too much to do in this one.
No.
But they've definitely like regressed is a good way to put it. Like my opinion of
Hmm.
Kate's definitely worse. May, she was mean to that like airline attendant for no reason. I'm like, okay, what the heck? Why?
Uh-huh.
Like I don't know. So
Well, I liked her at first, and that's the last two episodes. She's kind of been
yeah,
like just rude,
yeah.
and I know she's pissed
Pissed
and stuff, but
off
my
and
lord.
yeah. Yeah, I agree.
And also no flashbacks again
No
to the
flashbacks
50s.
again. Yep. I'm waiting for those to come back or for us to see the characters in like the current time or something.
It's kind of odd that there wasn't any again, like 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of grouped these last two together
Yeah.
because they kind of feel they feel different than the first three.
Yeah, I feel like if this didn't have the exploring San Francisco after Godzilla, I would have given this like a 4. Like I don't know.
Oh, I agree because the more you almost convinced me to go down to six because the more I think about it, you're right. Like with Kate and that whole backstory
Yeah,
and all the little things in San Francisco like that, like you said, why they have flashlights on, why you're singing,
yeah,
oh, they're getting out of the cave, just follow the cats to get out of there. Oh, and when you're down there, the guards are finding you, and then it so happens there's another group down there that to chase after. And
right. Yeah,
I don't know. And then the whole thing with the sun, you're right, and it has exact distance and
yeah,
moment. And what if
and
they wouldn't have got there at the time?
yeah, and also there were like pins on the map that might have been important, but they just like throw it
Ripped
off
it
right
off.
as they get there. I'm like, wait, isn't what if that's whatever? Uh,
Yeah. I might change mine to six actually, the more I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I almost want to change mine to a 5, but I feel like this one and the last one are kind of similar. Um,
Well, I guess
I
the only difference is you're right, is the San Francisco thing. I just enjoyed the environment more in this
yeah,
one.
and learning about it and like how they've cordoned it off, and people are going in to get like stuff for people, and that's now like a job that people can do, and like that's really
And the mom
cool.
was I liked the mom.
Yeah, I was like, kind of suspicious of the mom with how Kate treated her, but the mom was totally normal, and that just makes me be like, okay, Kate is there's more off with Kate than yeah, I don't know.
The mom's worst thing was like, "Oh, I suspected he was cheating. I just needed you to go find out." That's
Yeah,
the worst thing. Like,
yeah,
that's a normal thing. Like, I just didn't want to know. And
right.
like, I liked how she invited
Kentaro
what's it,
and
Kentaro in, and
yeah,
then she's like, "Well, what am I gonna do? Leave him on the street?" Like she was,
right.
there's no reason to be kind of pissed off at him. It
Yeah,
wasn't. So I don't know. You're right. I was a little suspicious at first.
but I feel like it was
Uh,
more Kate's issues, which
yeah.
like I don't know. Are we supposed to like these characters? I like the flashback characters a lot better. I'm liking Tim at Monarch better. Like I'm more interested in what's going on with him. There's something that like I don't know.
You're right. He's been the first couple episodes. He wasn't interesting, and then in this one or the last couple, he was. Yeah,
Yeah, and he's
it's like that
funny too.
character's
He's like
tone.
awkward funny, and yeah.
He wasn't like that in the first two episodes, was he?
No, they kind of made him more
So it's
like
like that
a
character
suit.
just like flipped, man.
Yeah.
But I enjoy him too. He is funny.
But yeah, I think the positives of this were the world building, really, of like seeing the aftermath of Godzilla. And so the world building was good. The
Mhm.
character building was not good, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it's a shame because you're right. Those first couple episodes, even though Kate wasn't my favorite, like I could understand.
Yeah, or she could get better,
Now,
but now she's just getting worse before she gets better. Okay.
yeah. Well, same with May too.
Yeah, true. I have a worry of what's going to happen because there's been some things that have made me feel like May and Kate are going to have a thing for each other, and I feel like
Because
they're going to get together and it's going to be like this whole love triangle thing, and that's just not what I'm interested in this show.
no, you're right because they talked about how May's like they already talked about like she goes both ways pretty much, and then in
Yeah.
previous episodes, in this episode, you find out about Kate.
Yeah.
And you're
And
right, and there's like holding hands, they're building that rapport, and
right. Yeah,
yeah, I hope they don't because that you're right, that's unnecessary drama.
yeah, it's just like a love triangle in a Godzilla show where I, I'm trying to think if seeing Godzilla -1 influenced my opinion of the show or if it's just gotten
I
worse
mean,
these last few episodes, but I feel like it's more.
both.
Yeah, I think it's both.
But that being said, like I mean, just because Godzilla -1 is like the perfect Godzilla movie, it doesn't mean that this had to be like bad compared to that.
Yeah, true.
It's just you're right. I think the show started off decent, especially the second and third episode, right?
Yeah, I feel like when they
And
stopped doing flashbacks, it got worse. I just
yeah,
want more flashbacks. I think it helps break it
I
up.
agree.
It's more interesting. Um there's more mystery of like, ooh, how is this gonna like, you know, connect? And
Yeah.
there just hasn't been that in the last few episodes. And even this one, I feel like the another big difference between this one and the last one is Shaw was like barely in this one.
Mhm. Yeah.
And he's been one of the better characters.
Yeah. I wonder what are they even going to do with him? I
I don't
mean,
know.
eh, he clearly, and they keep bringing up his age thing, of course. Like,
Yeah, but not
and
answering it.
yeah, but not answering it. You're right, though. I will say the positives, the Monarch characters are becoming more interesting, and I
Mhm.
think kind of adding that humor. It kind of reminds me. You know what? It kind of reminds me of. It kind of reminds me of like uh um what's it called? Cabin in the Woods. When it's the people
Oh
controlling
yeah.
the monsters. Like he
Yeah,
kind of has like that kind of humor. I mean, obviously it's not that silly, but like
sure. Yeah, I
I
could
don't know. I
totally see
like
that
the
though.
whole. I like the whole like we're not bad guys really, or kind of having comedy, but we gotta. Yeah, the Monarch characters have been great. The mom character is good. Kentaro, he's still likable to me, and even though it was
He's
stupid,
yeah.
I like that little scene of him kind of singing, and I mean, it felt
Yeah.
more human.
Yeah, it was like a good scene at the wrong time, I feel like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
He's definitely the best of the main three there.
oh, for sure. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. You're right. I'm going as the 6. I'll go with the same score, even though I enjoyed it a little bit more than last week's.
Yeah.
I'll give it about the same score. Because
Yeah, I'm looking at my notes to
this
see.
is I gave that first episode a 7, didn't I? And this is way better than the 7, or
Yeah.
that one's way better than this one. So
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all the notes I had. Um I'm interested to see where they go next cuz I do not know
I don't know
what
either
they're
because
going next, doing next.
I mean the cliffhanger was May was going to feed the information back to Monarch. So
Yeah.
what? they found. So they got to travel to those points. Then
Yeah,
they
they
already
found
went
the
to
next points,
Alaska.
so they're going to Africa next, is what it seemed like.
So is all this going to be? They're going to these points, and then the next point they find something. So then they go to the next point, and then like the season finale, they find their dad, and it's going to end, kind of thing.
Maybe, or it kind of seemed like this was the last point on the map, so maybe they. I don't know. I'm hoping for something with Hollow Earth. I think there's going to be something with Hollow Earth, so maybe they find and explore eventually one of
I
the
don't know.
spots.
I wouldn't keep your hopes up.
Yeah, yeah. That could be for later on in the series.
Oh, that would be interesting. Like going to Hollow Earth, especially like the new Godzilla and Kong movie.
Yeah.
Looks like they got a lot to do with Hollow Earth.
Yep.
When I was watching that trailer, it did look like there's like civilizations down there.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
at least
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope. I hope it kind of goes back to the roots of flashbacks in this, and I hope. I don't know. I guess it worked better. You're right, getting a break from the main characters, and
Yeah.
I don't know though. Is that really going to help the characterizations of
I
the
know.
main
I mean,
storyline?
it might make them a little more tolerable, but they need something. I need some reason to root for them, and not more reasons to root against them. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Because right now, like the only person that like I'd be sad like that died would be Kentaro.
Yeah.
Well, and Shaw, I guess,
Yeah.
but
Definitely.
like May and Kate, like, and it sucks because I'm telling you, the first what was it, 3 episodes? Like I actually found them interesting, and especially in May. May's went way downhill for me, and I actually
Yeah.
liked her at the beginning.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I thought she was fine, and
This was episode 5.
yes.
So I mean, we're only halfway through the season, so there's
Yeah,
still
that's
5 more
true.
episodes. But I'm sure, I bet you we'll get like maybe we'll get a couple episodes, full episodes of like the past.
That would be cool.
Because they set up the last time we saw them, they're getting pretty much what infinite funding for their research.
Yeah, I want to know how it
And
like went out of their hands, Like,
yeah, oh
yeah.
yeah, and how does Shaw? One of the more interesting plots too is like Shaw go from there to where he is now.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, it could still be interesting. I hope
Yeah.
things turn around,
I
but
haven't lost all hope. It's just been worse the last few
no.
episodes than the first 3 or
I mean,
4.
we go from seeing Godzilla nuked and all that past stuff to like them lost in the snow and them making stupid decisions in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I will say, even though I enjoyed it more than the last episode, I still think the characterization of Kentaro in the last episode was great. Like,
Yeah.
I love the scene still.
Yeah, I agree. I thought that
Like,
was one of the better parts of the last episode.
if they could have had something like that for Kate this episode instead of like making us
Yeah.
feel like she's more of a bad person.
Yeah. I totally agree. That's kind of what I was hoping for. And when
Because
they
then this
started
could have been
doing
a great episode.
yeah, when they started doing flashbacks, I was like, okay, this is Kate's Kentaro moment. And
Yeah.
then, nope, she's just cheating and doing the same stuff her dad did, but she was pissed off at her dad. So, okay.
It just baffled me. There has to be. What's the reason for this? Like, you're right. Your whole storyline with her, she's pissed off at her dad for having another family, and then you're doing the same. Well, you're not like you don't have another family, but like you're getting mad. Like, why would you? For a character like this, why would you make that a backstory?
Yeah, I don't know.
Are they trying to make us like make that moment when she realizes, oh, I can't hate my dad? I don't know, dude. I'm baffled.
I don't know. I don't
Just
think I'm gonna have that moment. Like, I don't
who
know.
thought that was a good idea when you were writing? Let's like, oh, let's do flashbacks of her and let's have her cheat and she'll be mean to her mom and she'll hate
Yeah,
her dad for all the stuff. Like, who thought of that?
I don't know.
We're supposed to. I know the PTSD. We're supposed to feel bad for her, and those moments are good.
Yeah,
But like, what would like if Kentaro had like the PTSD scenes, and then knowing him as this character, I'd feel more bad for him.
yeah, for sure.
because I know how nice of a guy he was, like how real of a person he was. Like his whole, I know Kate's a teacher and stuff, but they didn't show too much of that to where we care.
Yeah,
You know, like if they would have had scenes where she's like, more with her class, and you could see the love she has of teaching or the love she has for kids,
that would
then
make her
maybe we would
PTSD
understand.
even more understandable. Yeah.
Yeah, but instead they don't show that, and they just show the whole story with her girlfriend that she cheated on. I just
Yeah.
don't get it.
Yeah.
The more and more
That
I talk about it, the more and more I realize I don't like it.
Yeah,
With this episode.
I think the best way to put it is the world building was good, the character building was bad.
Yeah.
That just seems
Yeah,
like the episode to me.
I don't know, man. I might give it a 5 too. Like this could be a very average episode. I don't even think this is above average.
Yeah.
The
It
more and
kind of
more we're
felt like
talking about it,
filler that kind of just, I don't know.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I've never done this with our reviews yet, but yeah, instead of a 7 or 6, I think I'm going with a 5.
I
The
think I'm
more and
gonna
more we
agree
talk
with you.
about it,
Yeah, I had 5 or
it's
6
not.
written on my
It is
notes.
not above average at a 6 or 7. You're right.
Yeah, like some cool
I'd put
moments, some
this at
cool
average.
ideas, but like what they're doing with the
Stupid character
characters.
decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's give it a 5. I agree.
I didn't
Because at
mean to
least the
talk you
last
down to a
episode,
5, but
no, like you're right. And as much as last episode made me mad, like, or not made me mad, but as much as I didn't enjoy the last episode, they did make stupid decisions that episode too.
yeah,
This one, you're right. It made me more mad with the
yeah,
characters.
yeah,
So
and confused. Like, why?
yeah, like why? And you're right. If they didn't have the San Francisco kind of atmosphere and environment, oh yeah, then.
Yeah,
But anyway, so
3 or
yeah,
4.
I'll give it 5.
Yeah,
But I actually now I'm trying to think if I enjoyed last week's more than this week's. To be honest,
I think I did just a little bit
I think
because of Kentaro actually getting a little better instead of
I was
worse.
gonna say I think I'm gonna take back that statement. I think the Kentaro scenes were great, and even though they made some stupid decisions in the snow, like it's
Yeah,
still, I don't know, it didn't necessarily make me mad or anything like this episode kind of did. So
yeah,
I would say, yeah, I would say enjoyed. And plus, we had the snow monster, which was kind of
true.
cool.
Yeah,
So yeah, I would say I enjoyed last. Hence, I guess why I would give it a 6 and this a 5. So yeah,
yep,
okay, I agree. This is why I
yep,
like talking through things with someone else, because it's like, oh wait, you're
yeah,
right. Like that makes sense. I'm seeing you're right. Something I missed or
yep. It's
interesting.
fun.
Yeah.
Fun talking about it. I'm hoping the show will get back to flashbacks and better writing, but we'll see.
Well, they're going to do a flashback episode with May, right? Because they're setting up the whole sister thing,
Yeah,
and
true.
it might be the next episode.
That's not the flashback I want. Maybe it'll be good, but right now I want to
No,
see the others, like the
I bet you $1
50s
billion
flashbacks.
it's going to be a May episode.
Yeah,
It's going to
probably.
show like the present time with her kind of going behind their back, and then it's going to show the
Yeah,
past with her sister, and it's going to make us feel bad. Oh, this is why she needs to get home because her sister's there.
you're right.
But it's probably still going to make us mad.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I
probably.
bet you that's going to be the next episode.
Maybe it'll be good, but
And
I'm
then we'll
not.
get the 2 episodes of just the past. And then we'll get a finale of everything.
I I hope so. I'm not holding out too much hope for full episodes of the past, but we'll see.
I'm not either, but I think that it would be a nice, they might have to, because if they find her dad or something, they could easily pause that storyline, leave it on a cliffhanger, and go for a couple episodes with kind of like what they did with the
True,
past,
they could. Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, that's all I had.
Okay.
Decent episode, but not the best for sure.
Yeah.